ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with a truth that stings. Not everyone deserves your help. I know that sounds harsh, but stay with me, because this isn't about being selfish. This is about being smart. You have only so much time, energy, and resources to give, and if you waste them on the wrong people, you limit your ability to serve the right ones. Today, we're diving into the 8 types of people you should not help. It's not about being unkind, it's about protecting your power to truly make an impact. Let's break this down. 1. The unwilling. These are the people who simply refuse to take action, no matter how many lifelines you throw them. You can't push someone up a hill if they're determined to roll back down. Don't burn yourself out trying to change someone who doesn't want change. 2. The perpetual victim. We've all met them, people who find comfort in their chaos. They always have a story about why life is unfair, why someone else is to blame, and why they can't get ahead. Here's the reality: if someone isn't willing to take responsibility for their life, you can't carry them to success. 3. The energy vampire. These people leave you drained, not inspired. They'll take your time, your emotional energy, and your focus, but give nothing in return. If someone consistently pulls you down, you owe it to yourself to draw boundaries. These are the ones who see your kindness as a tool to exploit. They'll use your goodwill to serve their agenda, but won't hesitate to disappear when it's your turn to need support. Helping them isn't kindness, it's enabling. They always have a reason why something can't be done. It's too hard. It's not the right time, or I'm not lucky like you. These people are masters at justifying their inaction. Don't waste time dragging someone towards solutions when they're addicted to problems. If someone doesn't value your help or consistently dismisses your efforts, stop. Your time and energy deserve respect, and it's okay to walk away from those who don't appreciate them. No matter what you do for these people, it's never enough. Gratitude isn't just nice to have, it's essential for healthy relationships. Without it, your efforts will always feel hollow. These people don't just refuse to grow, they actively sabotage their own progress and drag others down with them. You cannot lift someone who's committed to sinking. Here's the bottom line: your energy is sacred. To truly help the world, you need to invest it in people who are ready, willing, and able to take action. This isn't about being heartless, it's about being strategic. You have a mission, a purpose, and a life to live. Spend your time with the people who inspire you, challenge you, and grow with you. Because when you align your energy with the right people, the ripple effect of your efforts becomes unstoppable. Let's choose wisely, my friends. Not everyone is your responsibility, but the right ones are worth everything. There are people in life who, no matter how much effort you put into helping them, refuse to take a single step forward. These are the unwilling. They might nod along as you share advice, agree enthusiastically when you offer solutions, or even seem excited at the prospect of change. But when the time comes to take action, they freeze, or worse, retreat into their comfort zones. It's not that they lack the ability to improve, it's that they lack the willingness to embrace the discomfort and effort that growth demands. Helping someone who is unwilling is like trying to move a car with no fuel. You push, you strain, you sweat, but the moment you let go, it rolls right back to where it started. These individuals often resist help because they're more comfortable staying in their current situation, even if it's painful or unproductive. Why? Because change feels risky. It threatens their identity, their routines, and sometimes even their excuses. The unwilling are often masters at convincing you to stay involved. They'll tell you they need just one more conversation, one more push, one more bit of advice. But in reality, they're using your energy as a crutch to avoid taking responsibility for their lives. They let you do the heavy lifting because it's easier for them to lean on your strength than to summon their own. And here's the harsh truth: when you continue to pour yourself into someone who refuses to change, you're not helping them, you're enabling them. You're teaching them that someone else will always show up to do the work they're unwilling to do. Over time, this dynamic drains your energy, frustrates your spirit, and leaves you questioning why your efforts aren't producing results. It's a cycle that helps no one. The key to breaking free is recognizing that willingness is the spark that ignites transformation. Without it, your help will always fall short. True change starts when a person is ready to take ownership of their life, not when you're ready to rescue them. You can offer guidance, tools, and encouragement, but the decision to act must come from within them. Until they make that choice, your energy is better spent on those who are eager to grow and embrace the opportunities you provide. There are some people who seem permanently stuck in a cycle of blaming the world for their circumstances. They always have a story, and in every story, they're the victim. Life is unfair to them. Others are always at fault, and no matter what happens, they're never the ones responsible for their situation. These individuals live in a mindset of powerlessness, and it becomes their identity, the lens through which they view everything. When you encounter the perpetual victim, they often seem convincing. Their tales of hardship pull at your heartstrings, and you might feel compelled to step in, thinking, I can help them turn things around. But here's the challenge: they don't want to turn things around. They find comfort in their victimhood. For them, it's safer to stay where they are, because blaming external forces means they never have to face the difficult truth that change requires accountability and effort. This mindset can be incredibly toxic, not just for them, but for you as well. The perpetual victim has a way of pulling you into their world, making you feel responsible for their happiness or success. They may lean on you for advice, ask for your time, and rely on your emotional energy, but no matter what you offer, it will never be enough. Why? Because their focus isn't on finding solutions, it's on validating their sense of helplessness. You might try to encourage them by pointing out possibilities, offering strategies, or even helping them take the first step. But instead of gratitude, you're likely to hear more reasons why nothing will work. It's not that simple, you don't understand my situation. Or I've tried everything, and nothing helps. Their objections aren't rooted in reality, they're rooted in their need to reinforce the belief that they're stuck, and that the world is stacked against them. The danger of engaging with perpetual victims is that they can drain your energy and optimism. They have a way of turning your efforts into frustration as you begin to feel like you're pouring water into a bucket with no bottom. Worse, their negativity can start to rub off on you, making you question your ability to help anyone. The truth is, no amount of effort on your part can change a person who refuses to let go of their victim mentality. The only way they'll ever break free is by recognizing their own power to influence their life. Until they're willing to step into that responsibility, all you can do is set boundaries and protect your energy. You can offer encouragement from a distance, but don't let their mindset pull you into the same pit of helplessness. Ultimately, transformation starts from within, and until the perpetual victim is ready to take that first step for themselves, your role is not to carry them, it's to focus your energy on those who are ready to rise. There are people in this world who seem to drain the very life out of you the moment they enter your space. These are the energy vampires, individuals who don't just take your time, but sap your emotional, mental, and even physical energy. They may not even realize they're doing it, but their presence leaves you feeling exhausted, depleted, and often questioning why you feel so worn out after engaging with them. Energy vampires come in many forms. Some are constantly negative, always complaining about their lives, their jobs, or their relationships. They seem to have an endless list of problems, yet never take action to solve them. Instead, they turn to you for sympathy, validation, or a listening ear, as if unloading their burdens onto you will somehow lighten their load. But what happens? Their energy doesn't lift, it transfers, leaving you to carry what they refuse to manage themselves. Others may be more subtle, disguising their draining behavior as needing your guidance, advice, or help. They'll ask for your opinion or lean on you in moments of crisis, but no matter how much you give, it's never enough. They'll circle back with the same issues over and over again, as if your role is to endlessly support them while they make no effort to improve their situation. It's not a partnership, it's a one-sided transaction. There's another type of energy vampire who thrives on drama. They stir up conflict, spread gossip, or create chaos wherever they go, feeding off the attention and emotional reactions they provoke in others. These individuals pull you into their storms, leaving you spinning in their whirlwind of negativity. Even if you try to stay neutral, their emotional turbulence is contagious, and before you know it, you're caught in their cycle. What makes energy vampires so tricky to deal with is that they often appear to need you. They might seem vulnerable, lost, or in desperate need of your help. Your instinct is to step in, thinking you're doing the kind thing. But the reality is, their neediness isn't about a genuine desire for growth or improvement, it's about filling their void at your expense. Over time, engaging with energy vampires takes a toll. You may notice that you feel burned out, less motivated, or even resentful after interacting with them. Their constant demands can leave you with less time and energy to focus on your own goals, relationships, or well-being. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it's never enough. The key to dealing with energy vampires is setting firm boundaries. It's not your job to be someone's endless source of support, especially when they're not willing to meet you halfway. You can be compassionate without sacrificing your energy. Learn to recognize when someone's behavior is draining you, and don't hesitate to step back. Your energy is a precious resource, and it's meant to be invested in people and pursuits that uplift you, not deplete you. Ultimately, protecting yourself from energy vampires isn't about being unkind or uncaring. It's about valuing your time, your health, and your well-being. When you set limits and prioritize relationships that nourish you, you create space for growth, joy, and connection with people who bring light into your life, not those who dim it. There are people who will use your kindness, generosity, and willingness to help as tools to serve their own agenda. These are the manipulators, and while they may not always seem harmful at first glance, their intentions often come at a cost to you. Manipulators are skilled at identifying what you care about, whether it's your desire to make a difference, your need for connection, or your sense of responsibility, and they use it to their advantage. A manipulator doesn't always appear obvious. They can be charming, persuasive, and even seem deeply appreciative of your help. But underneath that surface lies a calculated strategy. They're not looking for genuine support or partnership, they're looking for a way to get what they want, often with little regard for how their actions affect you. They might appeal to your emotions, making you feel guilty if you don't assist them, or they'll play on your desire to feel needed, positioning themselves as someone who just can't do it without you. One of the most insidious tactics manipulators use is creating a sense of urgency. They'll approach you with a crisis, something that demands your immediate attention, and make it seem as though you're the only person who can solve it. This tactic pulls you into their narrative, consuming your time and energy while diverting you from your own priorities. And the moment their needs are met, they'll disappear, often without a word of thanks or acknowledgement for your efforts. Manipulators are also skilled at moving the goalposts. You might think you're helping them solve a specific issue, but as soon as that's addressed, a new emergency arises. It's a never-ending cycle of demands, and no matter how much you give, they always seem to need more. This can leave you feeling frustrated, used, and questioning why your efforts never seem to make a lasting difference. Another hallmark of the manipulator is their lack of reciprocity. They're happy to take from you your time, your knowledge, your resources, but when the tables turn, they're nowhere to be found. If you ever ask for help in return, they'll offer excuses, deflect responsibility, or simply ignore your needs altogether. Their relationship with you is transactional, not mutual. Over time, manipulators can erode your confidence and trust in others. They make you question your instincts, wondering if your desire to help is a weakness rather than a strength. This is one of the greatest dangers of engaging with a manipulator. They don't just take from you materially, they undermine your sense of self-worth and your belief in the goodness of people. The key to protecting yourself from manipulators is developing discernment. Pay attention to patterns of behavior. Does this person repeatedly lean on you but fail to show up when you need them? Do they seem more interested in what you can do for them than in who you are? Are their needs always urgent, leaving you feeling pressured or overwhelmed? These are red flags that you're dealing with a manipulator. Setting boundaries is essential. You have the right to say no, to step back, and to prioritize your own well-being over someone else's agenda. Remember, helping someone should feel empowering, not draining. True relationships are built on mutual respect and a shared desire for growth, not on one person taking advantage of another. Manipulators thrive when you ignore your instincts. Trust yourself. If something feels off, it probably is. Protect your energy, honor your time, and save your efforts for people who value you as a person, not just as a means to an end. By doing so, you not only guard yourself against being exploited, but also create space for relationships that genuinely uplift and inspire you. The excuse maker is someone who always finds a reason why something can't be done. They have a justification for every failure, rationalization for every missed opportunity, and an endless supply of explanations for why their life isn't moving forward. On the surface, they might seem frustrated with their situation, even eager for change, but their actions or lack thereof reveal the truth. They're more committed to their excuses than to their growth. Excuse makers often come across as logical or even thoughtful, but their reasoning is a mask for avoidance. They'll say, "I don't have the time," even though they spend hours scrolling through their phone. They'll claim, "I'm not ready," as if readiness is something that magically appears. Or they'll insist it's not the right time when the truth is they're afraid to take the leap. Their excuses become a shield that protects them from the discomfort of action and the risk of failure. At first, you might feel compelled to help them. You see their potential, and you believe that with the right encouragement, they could move past their fears and start building the life they want. So you invest your time, your energy, and your support, thinking you can help them break free from their cycle of inaction. But no matter how much you give, they always seem to find another obstacle, another reason why it just won't work. What makes the excuse maker so challenging to deal with is their ability to make their excuses sound reasonable. They might point to real challenges, financial struggles, lack of experience, or past failures and use them as evidence that they can't move forward. And while these challenges may be valid, the difference between an excuse maker and someone who overcomes adversity is their willingness to try. The excuse maker doesn't see challenges as something to overcome. They see them as insurmountable walls, and they use those walls to justify staying exactly where they are. Over time, helping an excuse maker can become exhausting. You'll notice that no matter how many solutions you offer, they always have a counterpoint. If you suggest one approach, they'll tell you why it won't work. If you offer to help them take the first step, they'll find a reason to delay. Their resistance isn't about the practicality of your advice, it's about their unwillingness to confront the fear, discomfort, or effort that change requires. Excuse makers often cling to their rationalizations because letting go of them would mean taking responsibility for their lives. Responsibility can be scary. It means acknowledging that their current situation is, at least in part, a result of their own choices. It means accepting that they have the power to change, but also the potential to fail. For many, that fear of failure is enough to keep them stuck, repeating the same patterns and recycling the same excuses. The danger of investing too much in an excuse maker is that their inaction can start to drag you down. You may begin to doubt your ability to inspire others or question whether your efforts are making a difference. Worse, their negativity and resistance can seep into your own mindset, making you feel as though progress is harder than it really is. To deal with an excuse maker, you must set clear boundaries. It's okay to offer guidance, but it's not your job to convince someone to care about their own growth. Their life is their responsibility, and until they're willing to take ownership of it, your efforts will only go to waste. Recognize that their excuses are not a reflection of your ability to help, they're a reflection of their unwillingness to act. True transformation starts with a decision, and that decision can only come from within. Until the excuse maker is ready to stop defending their limitations and start exploring their possibilities, your energy is better spent elsewhere. Focus on people who are willing to take even small steps forward, because it's those steps that ultimately lead to progress. Let the excuse maker stay where they are if they choose, but don't let their stagnation hold you back from moving forward. In life, we all have a deep desire to make a difference, to lift others up, and to create positive change in the world around us. But the hard truth is that not everyone is ready to be helped, and not everyone should be. It's not an act of cruelty to walk away from those who drain your energy, refuse to grow, or manipulate your goodwill. It's an act of wisdom. Helping the wrong people doesn't just waste your resources, it diminishes your ability to serve those who are truly ready to embrace change. Your time, energy, and focus are precious, and they deserve to be spent on people who value your efforts, take responsibility for their lives, and are willing to put in the work to create their own transformation. Remember, the best help isn't about doing everything for someone, it's about empowering them to do it for themselves. And to empower others, you must first protect your own energy and set clear boundaries. When you let go of those who aren't ready, you free yourself to invest in those who are. So choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire growth, action, and progress. Offer your support to those who take it as a stepping stone, not a crutch. And always remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of your energy, honor your boundaries, and focus on creating the greatest impact where it truly matters. Your mission isn't to save everyone, it's to help those who are ready to save themselves.